What's up YouTube, it's Scotty Dog here again, and it's your friendly bitch tip coming at you with another No Man's Sky video. Today's topic, guys, we're going to be talking about No Man's Sky, and is it worth getting, guys? Is the game going to be worth getting? So without further ado, guys, let's get into this. Now, as you guys are all aware, that No Man's Sky has recently been delayed by at least 2 months. Or about 9 weeks, guys. And obviously the developers, when they released this announcement, it didn't go down very well. They got a hell of a lot of dislikes for it, and they got a lot of death threats, guys, which is really stupid. So it's pathetic, guys. Absolutely pathetic that people will be doing this. But yeah, guys, this 2 months delay are they going to be doing anything kind of like extra to the game? Are they going to be adding more kind of things to it? Now, obviously, Sean Murray has announced that there's going to be no specific kind of story mode to this game because the game is that big, guys. The game is huge. Okay, so let me reiterate. Okay, a little bit. The game has something like 18 quintillion planets. In other words, that's 8 billion planets within this game to explore. Now, these planets come in all ranges, all different sizes, and also on these planets, guys, they have all kind of different life forms, different kind of technologies, buildings, etc. Now, because of the size of the kind of like number generator as such, or this procedurally generated mathematics that they've got within the game, basically, guys, the list is endless. The amount of planets that you can explore with all the different kind of like aliens and kind of monsters or whatever and technologies within these planets, guys, are endless. So when it comes to the question, is this game worth getting, guys? For this sense, for the sheer size of the game, absolutely, it is definitely worth getting. You've got a lifetime of gameplay out of this game. Basically, the list is endless, guys, of what you can do within this game. Now, all these planets are never going to be explored. Never. They're just never going to be explored because there is so many of them. And no human being could ever explore that many planets because of the size of the game. Now, when it comes to things to do, guys, within the game, now, obviously, there's no specific story, as I've said, in the game. So, what is there to do? Now, the idea is to go to planet, to explore, to get to the centre of the universe, guys. That is the kind of main kind of like objective within the game, is to get to the centre of the universe. Now, this might not ever happen, but you can have some freaking damn fun getting there. Obviously, there's all these planets you can explore. The planets, guys, are literally Earth-size or real-life-size planets. So if you was to walk around it on the game, it will take you as long as it would do in real life to walk around the Earth, let's say. So if I was to walk around the Earth, it will take me however long. That's like that in the game, guys. So if the planet is the size of Earth in real life, then it will take you that long to walk around it. It is massive. The sheer scale of this game, guys, is phenomenal. It is mind-blowing. Now, obviously, when it comes to, there's obviously different factions you can join. There's obviously, you go to the planets, you can farm the planets, you can get new technologies, you can farm all sorts of different kind of like minerals and gases and etc. Now, obviously, in real life, guys, there's a periodic table even, guys, let's get that right, which basically has all the elements on it within real life, so all the different kind of gases, coppers, etc. Now, they've got this within the game, guys, and some of the elements within the game are kind of real to life, but also some of the elements, guys, they've done are made up, the non-fictional kind of elements they've made up in the game. Okay, so when you find an element, it's going to be kind of like based on that real periodic scale, which is absolutely amazing, guys. It is epic. It is really cool. So you can go around, you can explore. Obviously, some of these elements that you do go out to find, you need to upgrade your weapons to be able to reach these, or able to kind of like obtain these kind of different minerals, because your bog standard weapons are not going to do the job, guys. You need to upgrade your weapons, and that's kind of the whole point of it, is to go out and basically, guys, just to kind of upgrade your weapons and ships and stuff, so you can get all those different kind of like minerals that you can get. And you can't, and some of these weapons, guys, some of these ships need these minerals or elements within the game. So that's kind of one of your objectives that you can go out. And it's, if you like collecting things, you like going out and doing all that sort of stuff, then the game's for you guys, absolutely. And I love that sort of stuff. So when it comes to that, again, guys, that question is the game worth getting for that reason? Absolutely. There's tons and tons to do when it comes to collecting things like that. There is multiple different ships within the game. There's absolutely loads of ships actually that's been announced. No one really knows what kind of, what ships there are within the game. Obviously, the ones that have been kind of seen so far at E3 and in the gameplay so far, obviously they're going to be within the game. But who knows? Not even the directors know what's further in the universe within this game. No one knows what kind of aliens or monsters or ships and whatever factions there are within this game, because it's all procedurally generated. So it's just that sort of size scale of it, guys, is endless. It's massive. Now, when it comes to kind of like joining like teams, factions, or whatever, what is there to do when it comes to that? This game is mainly based, guys, as a single-player game. Now, it's not an MMO, okay? So there's no kind of multiplayer online part of this, guys, okay? You're on your own, but it doesn't mean there's not other players within the game, because there are. But the space and the universe is so big, okay? The likelihood of you ever actually bumping into anybody is almost, you've got more chance of winning the lottery than you have probably ever to bumping into someone. So you might bump into someone. That's definitely a given. But to actually bump into someone you know, like a friend, that's extremely hard. Because you can go, well, I'm on this planet. Well, where the hell was that? No one knows what the other planet is. It's not been explored yet. So the likelihood of you finding your friends is almost, you've got more chance of winning the lottery, guys. But obviously, the chance of you meeting someone, that's definitely quite a possibility, because obviously there's going to be players everywhere. There's going to be millions and millions of players. So the likelihood of you meeting someone is probably highly likely, but the likelihood of you meeting someone or your friend within the game is highly unlikely, guys. Okay? So don't go out your way and spending hours and hours and hours and hours and hours looking for your friend, because you might not ever find them. Okay? So it is a primarily single-based player game, guys. So the question is, again, when it comes to kind of that, is it worth getting because of that reason? Because is it because it's not a multiplayer or just a single player game? Then I would say, yeah, guys. If you are a kind of like open world game sort of fanatic and you like those sort of open world games, collecting things like that, and you don't want that kind of like massive online multiplayer sort of kind of side of it, this game's definitely for you. Now, if you want loads of people within the game and you want to kind of like, say like for instance, we use Battlefield as an example, where you want massive like kind of like 30, 40 player lobbies, then this game might not be for you guys. It might not be for you. But yeah, it has its flaws, it has its reasonings, and obviously definitely got its pros and cons. And I think this is definitely a pro, and there's obviously definitely cons to it. So moving on, guys. When it comes to kind of factions and joining clans, clubs, all sorts, is this possible within the game, guys? Absolutely, this is definitely possible within the game to join kind of factions, clans. If you join a faction and then you decide that you don't want to be there, you can basically just go rogue, and then just be like attack another clan, and then you can basically they'll ask you if you want to join them, and there's going to be multiple clans in the game, guys. Now, there's no particular name for these clans. I don't know as yet. I'm sure there probably is like kind of a few that they've created within that kind of like first little open universe that they've got. But when you get further afield, then they probably have to be named by the player that discovers them. So that's obviously quite a big thing. Now, you can be in space. You can have space battles. You can mine asteroids and meteors to get minerals from them. Obviously, you have to upgrade your ships to do this, guys. So, obviously, when it comes to the question again, is the game worth getting because of this reason? Because of the exploration on it? Because you can be in open space, guys? Absolutely. You can definitely explore the open space. There's tons of things to do there. In fact, not tons, there's millions of things you can do, guys, within the space. You can explore the different space stations. If you don't want to do it, you just want to keep you going by, then you can do that. You can just whiz by through space and do what you like. So let's just have an overview, guys, about basically kind of like what there is to do in the game, and then obviously we'll kind of like just give it a balance and see whether it's actually worth it. Now, obviously, when it comes to things to do, guys, there is tons and tons and tons of things to do. Tons and things to do. You collect things, you can hunt for things, you can kind of like collect new elements, you can upgrade your ships, upgrade your weapons, you can meet people if you actually get around to meeting people, you can start new colonizations on different planets. If you want to stay on one planet and just stay on that planet forever and ever and ever and not bother exploring it, you can do that. If you just want to stay in space on a space station, you can do that. Basically, the list is endless, guys. You can do anything you want. Now, obviously, when it comes to kind of like gameplay time, this game's never going to run out. You're going to have hours and hours and hours and hours of gameplay. It's an infinitely impossible game to complete. There's, like I said, the trophy-wise, guys, I don't know what the trophies are, but I know for a fact there's no trophy for a completion of the game because the game is massive. It will never get completed. So, is this game worth getting, guys? For me, personally, absolutely. 100% it is worth getting, guys. As I said, this game might not be worth or kind of like for everybody, guys. This game certainly might not be for everybody, and there has been a lot of chat about it, a lot of talk about No Man's Sky, and some people are getting fed up with it. Oh, No Man's Sky this, No Man's Sky that, and I kind of see their point. There are other games out there that are coming out, guys, and people want to concentrate on them. But I think No Man's Sky, I think everyone's so excited about it because of the sheer size and the sheer spectacle of what you can do within this game. It is absolutely monstrous, guys. It's monstrous. So, I am absolutely 100% looking forward to this. I cannot wait. It's a bit of a pain in the ass that they've now delayed it by 2 months, but that is the way of it, guys. That is the way of it. Hopefully they're going to improve the game. They're going to make it a better game, add more things to it, and when you get it, it's going to be a finished, polished game. Obviously, when you look at something like Witcher 3, they delayed that, and obviously, when they actually finally did release it after a few months after the delay, it came out then and ended up being Game of the Year, and it's one of the best games ever made. Graphically and kind of like story-wise, it is brilliant. This obviously got no story, but you can make your own story in it, and this has potential to be one of the best games ever made, and potentially have a Game of the Year title on top of it. So, but once again, guys, there are hundreds. There's lots of games coming out this year, guys, and obviously there's going to be a hell of a lot of contention. But this definitely has the potential to be Game of the Year. So, without further ado, guys, I'm going to end this video now. I hope I haven't rambled too much. I'm just kind of giving my feedback and my opinions on why I think this game is definitely worth getting. As I said, it has its pros, it has its cons. The cons mean it could be that it could be repetitive, guys, just over and over and over again. But if you kind of like that kind of collection-based thing, like a Destiny game or Division or whatever, then definitely this game is 100% for you. I love that sort of thing, and that's it. So, without further ado, guys, this is Scotty Dog signing off, and I'll see you again on the next No Man's Sky video, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Please leave a like. Please comment on the channel, guys, and please subscribe. This is Scotty Dog out. Take care, guys.